Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another episode of Positivi-Tuesday. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be talking about the gift of aging because I just had my 31st birthday. So for today, legitimately it's so hot, I'm in my bathing suit, so pool party vibes. If you guys are also like sweating mad hard, just pause this, go put your bathing suit on and then come back. It will be great. But I am coming to you today makeup free for the whole video, makeup free and just me, because we are going to be talking about just the gift of being yourself, which is what I'm really coming to love so much every year that I am gifted more time. So, you know, as much as I love makeup, as much as I love fashion, as much as I love getting fully done up, all of these things are just external. They do not make you who you are at all. Who you are at your core is very different from those things. And those things are great and fun. And they're like a form of self-expression, especially for myself. I have so many different styles that I love, so it really depends on what I feel for the day. But if you strip it all away, then I'm just left with me. And even this is not me. Who I truly am at the core is like my soul. That's who makes you who you are. So I'm just so excited to be talking about this today. My 31st birthday was amazing. It was my favorite birthday ever so far, just because everything about it was so incredible. I only did what I wanted to do. I only spent it with people I wanted to spend it with. I had such a sense of peace within myself because I truly, really love who I am. And I cannot say that I could have said that a few years ago. It's really been a journey to get here, but I'm just so grateful for everything along the way because like I really, really, really love who I am. Craziness and all. And it was just so, I really, really loved it. If you guys did not watch my birthday vlog, pause. I'll put it, wait, it's gonna be over here, I think. I'll link it over here, go back and watch it. I kind of vlogged what we did. It was like a 2-day event. But, you know, talking about like beauty, I know especially, I don't want to say it's only for women because it's not, but I just know myself as a woman, there is so much pressure all the time to be this perfect version of not even yourself. Like it's to the point now where the pressure is to get as much cosmetic surgery done as you can, to get as much Botox, as much filler, as much laser treatment, as much this, as much that, so that you literally don't even look like yourself anymore. It's so that you literally look like a mold of one certain celebrity for the most part. And I can understand why people want to do that because the pressure is real and I feel it often. But I also know that that's not me. And those things are fake as shit, you guys. And I would never judge anybody who does that. To each their own. I'm covering myself in tattoos. My goal is to be fully covered one day. I can't wait. Because for me, I'm like, my body is my home. And you know, my tattoos are my paintings hanging on the wall. And that's how I like to decorate my home. So your body is your home. You're fully entitled to do whatever it is that you want with it. No judgment. Just for myself, I really, truly feel that if I was to start changing everything about the way I look, like physically, not just hanging art on myself, But if I started to physically change all of my characteristics, that's saying that I'm not good enough, that I was not made perfectly, and I really was. Like, sure, there's things that I'm not in love with. Like, I feel like my nose sticks out very far. I have like very hooded eyelids. So I lift my eyebrows up a lot so that my eyelids are like, hey. These are things that I'm aware of that I'm not in love with, but I also know that they make me who I am. And so it's a process of really starting to learn to love those things about me instead of feeling the need to change them. And once you really start to learn to love those things and really learn to have a love of self, of your soul, and to know that you are so worthy and so valued and so loved, then these external things start to not matter anymore, because you don't want to fit into anybody's mold, because you truly want to be yourself and you want to let yourself shine, and you just think that you're so like amazing, and like I wouldn't want to be anybody but myself at this point, like beautifully and wonderfully made. So I can't say that forever I will not do, let's say, Botox or something like that. But at this point, I can really truly say, at this point in my life, that is something that wouldn't be for me, because I don't want to change who I am. And like, yes, my skin is starting to change. I'm 35. So like, I didn't used to have dark circles under my eyes. I didn't used to wake up with eye bags every day. I'm starting to get like the fine lines and the crow's feet. And like on this side of my face, I have this little mark right here because I'm so like expressional when I talk. So I'm starting to get that. And when I let go, I don't know if you can see it, but it just kind of stays. It's just kind of like a little square on my face that stays. But that's okay, because all of the lines and all of the marks for me are no longer a bad sign of aging. For me, it's a sign of the gift of time that I've been given. Because each new year, not even new year, each new year, each new day, each new hour, each new minute, each new second is legitimately a gift that you have been given of more time to be able to do more with your life, to add more value to the world. And I just think that's such a blessing, and I just would never want to do anything to cover and hide that. And it's a sign of everything that I've gone through, all of the struggle, all of the pain, all of the trauma that I have overcome. And it's also a sign of all of the amazing times and all of the laughter and all of the love that I've shared. It's all on me. I don't want to cover that, because those things are what's brought me in life to where I am now, and what's helped me on this journey of really discovering at my core who I am, and really helped me to love that person and think that she's the most amazing, most beautiful, bright, shining light. So I'm so grateful for that. And I also really know that I, at my core, am the gift, and that all the other external things are just the wrapping. And I love the wrapping. Trust me, one of my favorite things about gift giving legitimately is wrapping this gift. And I find gift bags that I think that the people are going to love. And I find very special tissue paper. And I spend lots of time thinking about how I'm going to wrap my actual gifts. And I love that part. So just like I love the makeup and getting done up, those things are all the wrapping. But inside of that, I am the gift, and I am the thing that is of the most value aside from all the externals. So I really hope that that makes sense. Please really hear that I'm saying this is with no judgment at all. You are allowed to do whatever you want with your life and your body. You do you, and I'll do me. And I'm allowed to do whatever I want with my life and my body. And I just hope that we can all come to a point where we can love each other, understand each other, and be respectful of each other's points of views. So I know that I've kind of said this already, but I would encourage you to sit back and imagine what your life would really be like if you truly started to view aging and birthdays and everything that comes with that as a legitimate gift and blessing of more time. Instead of this awful thing of like, oh shit, now I'm like mid 35, you know. I should tell you guys this story. When I was turning 30, I had a mass freak out. It lasted for about a month before I turned 30. And I would cry to Rex on a regular basis because I felt like, well, I'm 30. At the time, I had gone through a divorce. I had been left with a big amount of his debt that was put in my name. I had to file for bankruptcy because I could not pay it on my own. I tried absolutely everything that I could. We saw so many financial counselors, my mom and I, and there was just no way. And I had to move back home to my parents, and I had nothing. Like nothing. And it took years to get out of that. And I looked around at all of my friends and I was like, you know what? I'm turning 30 and what is my life? I'm broke as shit. I can barely pay for anything. I don't own a house. I don't own an apartment. I don't own anything. I own a really junky car, and that's legitimately the only thing I have. I don't have a savings. And I would cry to Rex every night and be like, I literally would tell him all the time, you should leave me because now I'm going to be very old and I'm so far behind in life that like, I don't know how I'll ever catch up. And at that time, those were the things that really, truly I thought mattered. And I was so embarrassed to be 30 and to not have these things. And he's so amazing. I remember he literally one time on one of my freakouts looked at me and he was like, well, as much as we both know that I'm younger than you, we both know that I'm years more mature than you, so I really don't give a shit that you're turning 30. And it was like the perfect thing to say. And he also said like, obviously that all of these other things don't matter and that like, guys, time is a man-made construct, like, and life can change so quickly in like literally like that. The blink of an eye, your entire life can change. So just because maybe you don't feel like you're as far ahead as what you should be, or you have all the things that you're supposed to at this age, there's more than enough time to catch up. If that's what you feel you need to do, like what I did when I was 30. I was just so glad that he was like, we both know I'm way more mature than you. And it just snapped me out of it. And I was like, oh, you totally are. Like, that's so true. But, you know, I just view time and age so differently now. And I'm so grateful for that. And back to what I was saying before is I would just really encourage you to start thinking of age not as this measurement of the accomplishments that you should have, and not of this measurement of like, well, now I'm getting wrinkles and now my like, you know, I work out and I don't bounce back as much as what I did before, and just all of the things that are constantly pushed on us by society all of the time. Stop measuring time and age by those things and start measuring it by by having that time that you can still accomplish so much more, and by it being a gift that now you can spend more time to grow more deeply in love with yourself, and that you can have the time to make so many more positive changes around you that are going to affect yourself as well as those that you love, as well as just like affect the entire world at some point. And what if you viewed it as like a sign that, I always call it, I know people say like your life purpose, but for me, I always feel like we're given a mission before we come here. And what if you viewed it as a sign that your life mission is not yet completed? So you're being given more time to do that. And like, how beautiful is that? And think about how many things in this life you've already accomplished, and what you've already overcome, and what you've already achieved, instead of looking at it as what you haven't. I know that you have been through a lot, and I know that you have achieved amazing things, and I know that you have overcame. And think about how much more you still have to grow. It's time so that you can continue growing and expanding and becoming who you're meant to be, not who is forced upon you to be. And the last thing I want to say, I'm going to cry. You know, it's okay. Being vulnerable is good. My mother-in-law got very sick. About a year and a half ago now. And we would be with her in the hospital every day. And you really can't understand how precious time is until you yourself or you watch somebody fight for every last minute and just fight so hard to be given a few more days, a few more hours, whatever it may be, and to just be so grateful for whatever extra time they're given. And that really changed my perspective so much. I learned so much from watching her go through that. Like, she really was so grateful for every single second that she got, because it was more time to be able to be here with the people she loved and to share each and every moment with them, and to just be able to share a bit more love with each other. So I would really encourage you to just be grateful for every moment that you get, no matter how big or small, no matter how amazing or no matter how hard, because you never know when it's going to be taken. So for my 31st birthday, I was just so grateful to get another birthday. And I just cannot wait for what the next year holds. I cannot wait to be able to share so much more love with everybody. I cannot wait to get to be able to share so much more love with myself, to get to know myself on such a deeper level, to get to have moments with you guys that I love so much, to have moments with my family, to have so many more special moments with Rex, to be able to build those memories together, to be able to strengthen our bond. I'm just so incredibly grateful for all of those things. And, you know, I hope for whoever needed to feel that today. I know the sayings for whoever needed to hear that, but I always say for whoever needed to feel that today, that you did. And I hope that maybe there was one small nugget that you can take away from this and that you can apply into your life. And I really hope that you can start to see time through such a positive lens, and that it is such a beautiful blessing that we don't all get given. And I hope that you can truly start to appreciate it. It doesn't mean it's always going to be super easy to appreciate it, but it's all in our mindset and the lens that we view it from. So, that's kind of what I wanted to share for my 35th birthday. And I just can't wait to watch everything unfold and watch the blessings start pouring in, because I know abundance is flowing to me. I deeply know it. I feel it, and I am so excited for it. No matter what that journey looks like, I know it won't be perfect. I know it won't always be easy, but I know that I will be brought the lessons that I am supposed to learn to get me to exactly where I'm supposed to be. So thank you so much for spending some time with me, you guys. I am always so grateful for every minute, every second that you guys sit down and spend with me. I would love it if you would like to subscribe. If you hit that bell button and click all, so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. If you like this content, please do give a thumbs up. Hit the like button so that I know, and always put your comments below. I love comments. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching, you guys, on Positivi-Tuesday. And we will see you next week.